Hold on. Is that the same woman that was finna fumble the stick last time when Trump got hit?
Hell,
looks like her.
That look just like her, right?
Like
That's
her.
crazy. She still has a job.
That is insane.
She got moved to the B squad. Well,
that's JD now.
I forgot.
JD finna be out there protecting
That's
himself.
the second in command.
Yeah, JD do got a little. I got that wrong too. But you know, people was calling JD weird for like something that happened right here. I don't know. People saying like he was stalking somebody. I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, he pulled up on Kamala's plane.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Her plane over there. He pulled up and said, why you ducking? He said, why you ducking the cameras?
Ooh.
He's like, you look lonely over here. He said, you look lonely over here.
Hold on, do the VP be getting Secret Service too, or no?
Yeah.
Like, are they like giving life Secret Service like the president? I didn't know.
Life, I don't know, but probably.
I would hope so. I don't know though.
Cause like, bro, he's not the VP. It look like that's the Secret Service right now.
I mean, you gotta protect him. You know.
They gotta protect him.
I feel like they should let the Secret Service dress them a little more better for running. Cause you gotta run or something. You know, I want to be wearing.
Man, nigga, what? Jim Short, PE Short.
What you worried about? Look at them. We trying to protect.
I want
they can at least give them golf pants, you know, so they can move.
I want them to have some army fatigues on.
They look hard. They look harder in the suit.
If I can do away from them, I'm getting out.
You know what they should wear? So the military wears the green camo. The Secret Service need the gray digit camo.
That'd be hard.
Yeah, that will be hard. The SWAT round.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
Or they had like masks or something, you can't see their face, you know.
The suit is
I want
more
my
hard.
security to be
It's like they on business. They about business.
Give them a shiesty, you know.
I want them to be shiestied up.
But you know, imagine you walk up on another. So you know how they walk when you walk up on another group and they got the camo on.
Yeah,
they gonna look more. They gonna look like.
I think the suits are more scary. I think the suits is more scary.
Nah.
Imagine you walking, you got 5 dudes with suits and shades on walking with you.
Military with big sticks.
And imagine I pull up with 5 dudes with black shiesties on. Who's scarier?
I'll say the ones with the glasses is gonna look more scary.
You ain't like Captain. I'm talking about Captain Price Call of Duty. You know they look like.
I'm talking about the real. I'm talking about the with the guy. What they called?
I don't know what they call
goggles.
Night vision goggles.
All that.
Well, that's military. This different.
That's what we do. We need the SEALs.
All right, let's get into it.
He said the SEAls.
They really pulled up on her like that.
Yeah, he pulled up with the gang. 10 of us, we moving as one.
Guys, how are you? Alright, man. So I know you're covering the vice president here. I figured I'd come by and one, just get a good look at the plane, because hopefully it's going to be my plane in a few months, but I also thought you guys might get lonely because the vice president doesn't answer questions from reporters and hasn't for 17 days. Have they given you guys an explanation for why she won't take questions from reporters? No?
Oh, he got it.
Nobody? Okay, great. Well, I hope that she changes her mind because it'd be good for the American people, and I think it'd be good for you all if she actually ran a real campaign instead of one from a basement with a teleprompter. So, have a good one, guys. See ya.
Damn.
Pulled up.
He said, why she ducking
That's
y'all,
gonna be
man?
my plane one.
That was.
And then he pulled up with his guys, like, you know,
Was down.
So y'all tell me the suits ain't hard.
The suits is cool.
And the suits is kind of
But he had
tough
the
to
real.
me.
I'm talking about Captain Price or soap, something like that.
For this
You know,
occasion,
They got that soap mask on.
you talking about
like
the
that.
zip line.
They got them dudes. You know what they look like.
You got.
You better act right, boy.
Now, what a raw that with the button up, like, you know, that's just too much. You see,
I want people to see
They
them
can't
sticks.
run and get you.
you don't get the full.
I want
the boots.
I want people to see my security stick. Like, oh yeah, try it, homie. Try it, homie.
Oh man,
Man, the Secret Service probably got some shit we never heard of before. They might hit your ass with a pen.
I ain't gonna lie.
They didn't work for Trump. They had the SEALs there. That shit wouldn't happen.
He said a pen.
JD really getting some extreme aura points, man.
Nah, for real.
He's standing on business.
I rock with JD.
Yeah.
Especially since he went on the Milk Boy pod. That's when I got to really, sit down. I didn't get to sit down, but I got to listen to JD.
We will, though. Hey, guys.
Yeah, we will.
It's cooking, guys.
It's cooking. Y'all know.
You've been criticized as being a little too serious, maybe angry sometimes. What makes you smile? What makes you happy?
Well, I smile at a lot of things, including bogus questions from the media, man. I mean, look, I think if you watch a full speech that I give, I actually am having a good time out here and I'm enjoying this. But look, sometimes you got to take the good with the bad. And right now, I am angry about what Kamala Harris has done to this country and done to the American southern border. And I think that most people in our country, they can be happy-go-lucky sometimes, they can enjoy things sometimes, and they can turn on the news and recognize that what's going on in this country is a disgrace. And if what Kamala Harris has done at the southern border, and if what Kamala Harris has done to raise the price of groceries and housing, if that doesn't bother you, then I think that you don't have a pulse, right? And so, look, I think my message to the American people is very simple on this, that President Trump in particular has the best sense of humor of anybody I've ever seen in American politics. He loves to joke. He loves to tell, he loves to make fun of everybody that's out there. And I think you got to do that from time to time. But he's also a guy who's very frustrated with what Kamala Harris has done to this country. Both of those things can be true. And I think most Americans can joke around, but also be pissed off about the direction of this country.
Last night, Governor Walz suggested that because of your Ivy League education and your Silicon backing your political career, that you yourself are part of the elite. What are your first impressions of them trying to frame you this way to the American public?
Well, look, I came from a family where nobody in my family had ever gone to law school. I grew up in a poor family. The fact that Tim Walz wants to turn it into a bad thing, that I actually worked myself through college, through law school, and made something myself, to me, that's the American dream. And if Tim Walz wants to insult it, I think that's frankly pretty bizarre. Now, look, what really bothers me about Tim Walz, it's not even the positions that he's taken, though certainly he has been a far left radical. You know what really bothers me about Tim Walz as a Marine who served his country in uniform? When the United States Marine Corps, when the United States of America asked me to go to Iraq to serve my country, I did it. I did what they asked me to do it, and I did it honorably, and I'm very proud of that service. When Tim Walz was asked by his country to go to Iraq, you know what he did? He dropped out of the Army and allowed his unit to go without him, a fact that he's been criticized for aggressively by a lot of the people that he served with. I think it's shameful to prepare your unit to go to Iraq, to make a promise that you're going to follow through, and then to drop out right before you actually have to go. I also think it's dishonest. Something, again, if you guys ever get an opportunity to ask Tim Walz or Kamala Harris some questions, he made this interesting comment that the Kamala Harris campaign put out there, and I bet they're regretting they put it out there now, because he said that and he was making a point about gun control, he said we shouldn't allow weapons that I used in war to be on America's streets. Well, I wonder, Tim Walz, when were you ever in war? When was this? Damn. What was this weapon that you carried into war, given that you abandoned your unit right before they went to Iraq, and he has not spent a day in a combat zone? What bothers me about Tim Walz is the stolen valor garbage. Do not pretend to be something that you're not. And if he wants to criticize me for getting an Ivy League education, I'm proud of the fact that my mamaw supported me, that I was able to make something of myself. I'd be ashamed if I was him and I lied about my military service like he did.
A few moments later.
Well, here is Tim Walz, who enlisted when he was 17 years old. He served in the National Guard for 24 years. And I'm not aware of any military service that J.D. Vance has ever served. So let's just make the comparison there. And what happened in the tragedy of the killing of George Floyd and then the other... Yeah, okay, pardon me for that.
Well, J.D. Vance has criticized him as never having been in combat. And
has he?
Well...
Has J.D. Vance been in combat?
Well, I think he was over in Iraq, I think, as a public relations officer, as a communications officer. I think that's the case. But he's also said that this is anti-Semitic, that Josh Shapiro was not chosen because he wasn't against Israel enough.
But let me say this. We have some challenges in our country. As I say all the time, what matters are the kitchen table issues for the American people. What matters is the distinction between the two visions for our country and the experience that has been brought. Joe Biden, 16 million jobs created. I don't like to use his name, but Donald Trump, the worst job creation record since Herbert Hoover.
What about
Walz did make a comment, speaking to a group, he's done it a couple of times, where he has used language that has suggested that he carried weapons in a fighting situation. As you know, with your contact with the military, I know from coming from a military family, there is a difference between being in a combat area, being involved at a time of war, and actually being in a position where people are shooting at you. There is no evidence that at any time Governor Walz was in a position of being shot at, and some of his language could easily be seen to suggest that he was. So that is absolutely false when he said that about gun rights out there.
Dang, Tim, my mama more hard-bodied than you.
Bro, wow. It's just like they get.
I just hate when people get on TV and just speak on stuff they don't know.
Literally.
I don't know about J.D. Vance being in the military, so you don't.
He said, well, he was a
lie after lie.
She said, why are you talking about? You're not an expert. You don't even know.
You know what they're talking about. They feelings.
When do the Democrats gonna get a point, man?
I feel like
when they gonna get a point?
I feel like I
can go 3 in the field goal.
I can go on CNN and just say anything. I feel like now. Just say, I just gotta just say no facts. Just say how I feel.
Say how I feel.
Well, they said Kamala not even a human. Just say some crazy shit.
I'm just not in that bit. It's just disgusting.
Today marks 7 days where she has been the presumptive Democrat nominee and 17 days where she has refused to answer questions from the media. President Trump will go anywhere, into hostile audiences, into friendly audiences, and answer tough questions. I will go anywhere and answer tough questions because I respect the American people enough to say that I should have to earn your vote. I shouldn't be expected to be given your vote while I hide in a basement or stand in front of a teleprompter, which is exactly what Kamala Harris has done. So I'd ask all the reporters here to show a little bit of self-awareness.
All right, that is Donald Trump's running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, speaking now in Michigan. He's also gone directly after Tim Walz over his military record. Back with us now, Republican strategist Susan Del Percio and Democratic strategist Basil Smikle. Again, Vance is on this shadow tour going where the Democratic ticket is going. Trump's not with him. But what did you make of those comments, Susan, we just heard?
They weren't very good. I mean, the point of a vice president, there are two things. It's to put forward the ticket's agenda and attack, frankly, the opponent. So him going after Harris the way he has is just kind of pitiful. That's what he's got. She's in a basement. He should be, if he wants to talk about a record, talk about a record. He's hiding because he's got nothing else. And so he says he goes into hostile territory. He still can't answer a straight question. I mean, this is the guy who comes up with lines about single women and cats running the country. He's really flat, in my opinion.
Your thoughts, Basil?
There's a through line here because he said that in this clip that the press should be more self-aware. When he talks about Donald Trump not being afraid to go into certain rooms, he went into NABJ, the black journalist, and waved his finger at the black journalists that were on stage with him. So this isn't about going into rooms and not caring. This is about berating people and insulting folks. That's what they do. That's what they're good at. So yeah, they'll go into any room that they need to, that's necessary, but they're going to do it with a more hateful message, not one where they're willing to actually engage and talk about issues.
Guys, stay with us.
Did we forget the rhetoric that the other side said got almost Trump killed? And they said hateful speech.
Then they turn around and say, he's weird, he's weird, he's weird. He said mean things. He's weird, he's weird, he's weird. He called me,
I hear she's hasn't taken one interview. She would never do an interview like this. That I can guarantee with any network. She doesn't do interviews because she can't answer questions. I don't know how she debates. I heard she's sort of a nasty person, but not a good debater. But we'll see because we'll be debating her, I guess, in the pretty near future. It's going to be announced fairly soon, but we'll be debating her. I'd like to see it on Fox, by the way. I would like to see it. My preference would be Fox, but we have to debate.
Do you have an announcement, Mr. Are you working stuff out behind the scenes? Because we haven't heard about it yet.
No, but I can tell you every network loves me very much right now. They love me very much. I've never been so loved by CBS and by ABC Fake News. And by NBC. No, they're all in love with me now, so that, I say yes, because it's up to me, obviously, also.
But on the debate,
the most important thing is we get debate. I think debates are very important, and I think she'll be exposed just like Biden was exposed. Nobody knew Biden was that bad, and then he was exposed during the debate, and they tried to have a series of comebacks after that, and they didn't work out too well, and they viciously overthrew him. I mean, he was overthrown in it, using every trick in the book. They overthrew him. It was pretty amazing, actually.
He is.
Joe is not running the country.
He is running. He is
He's
signing.
not running the
He
country.
is still
They
signing.
you're
said
delusional.
they haven't seen Joe in 2 days.
That's damn delusional.
They said Joe is not came
Joe
out. They
is
haven't
still
seen
in
Joe.
the office.
I'm gonna keep it real.
Signing shit, nigga.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I
Joe-
don't think he ran it for the past probably at least 2 years.
I didn't know politics was this crazy. This might be like. I
Oh, we
don't know
knew
if
it was
it's-
this crazy.
I didn't know if it's ever been this crazy before, but this is
We just the media
witnessing it now.
machine. The media machine is working against.
No, they
is
say it
working
got
against
worse
the Republican
now.
campaign.
They said they never seen it like this before. Because remember, it used to be a little bit more classy.
Well,
It's getting a little
you know
dirty
what?
now.
Somebody got
The social
shot.
media.
It got dirty.
Somebody got shot. So yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, guys, let us know what y'all think about this.